gentlemen, step right up and prepare to be shocked and amazed as Barnabas the Bizarre and the Outbreak let you know that you're watching Papa Dick.
I am hanging out with the one and only Indy Hartwell tonight. You're going up against Abaddon. What are your thoughts?
Scary. She's scary, isn't she? Well, my thoughts are I'm going into a title match tonight. A short time ago, I was holding 3 titles. Now I'm down to 1 title. So I'm trying to rebuild, trying to add more to my collection because I am indie wrestling. So, yeah, basically I'm just going to go in there tonight and try and win that title.
Yeah, you could walk out with the Rising Stars Women's Championship.
Yeah, that's the goal. Do you believe in me?
I've always believed in you.
Who do you want to win?
You.
Okay.
I've been a fan since I was,
a little boy.
45, yeah.
Since you were 45. So how old are you now?
52.
There you go. That's a good stint. 7 years being a fan. 7 more years, hopefully.
Hopefully.
7 more
Hopefully
titles.
I live that long. I'm old.
Well, you just brought the mood down.
I'm sorry.
You just brought the mood down, man. But yeah, I'm going to win that title tonight. Hopefully I won't get too spooked out by Abaddon. First time facing her.
Amity, guess what?
What?
I'm going to get my own soap from Top Rope Soap.
It smells like crap, just like you. But you need it, Papa Dank.
That's not my soap. This is
Your soap. Disgusting.
Let's just take a moment. No, I'm not done because we're supposed to be best fucking friends.
You cursed on your own show.
I did.
I censored myself a second ago, but I'm not gonna fucking censor myself anymore, Papa Dank.
Did I tell you to censor yourself?
No, but I was trying to be nice for you.
I like the mask.
Thank you.
Amity LeVay, make sure everybody follows her, but don't follow her home.
No, don't follow me home, or I'm gonna follow you home. And I know a lot of you people would absolutely love that, but in your dreams.
She's got a nice pick.
Yo, they call me Dank, the lyrical titan. Stepping in the ring, spitting fire, igniting. From the square circle to the booth, I'm dominant. Unbreakable spirit, call me the king, I'm prominent. Beyond the barricade, the podcast bumping. Real talk, no gimmicks, ain't no time for slumping. Grinding day and night, always something to prove. Elevating the game, that's the Dank move. Mic check 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining. Resolute, run deep, and still the fight. Never back down, always standing upright. In the ring or on the track, same intensity. Delivering knockout blows, lyrically. 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and today I have a very special returning guest, my good pal, the one, the only, Sean Gold. What's up? Welcome back.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Things are brewing. It's a Sunday. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good day.
It's a Sunday. All right, let's talk about some upcoming events you got. Oh, not that. There we go. Tell us all about what's going on here.
Yeah, man. So got invited into this company, United Wrestling Alliance. This is their first show. It's called Catalyst. They decided to give old Sean Gold a group, House of Gold, right?
Right.
They should. I mean, they should, right? Let's be crystal clear here. So the United Wrestling Alliance is a kind of an indigenously peopled owned wrestling organization in Canada, right?
Sure.
And so they've decided to assemble a crazy first event, July 17th. The venue actually has changed because it sold so many seats at this point. So It's going to be in Muskogee, Ontario, which is just outside of Toronto at Battle Arts Academy. And essentially what's going to happen is there's a 12 o'clock p.m. Meet and greet barbecue, a 2 p.m. show, and then a 7 p.m. show. Right. So yeah, it's a lot of shows. But world heavyweight title match, United Championship, Jackson Roy versus Jonathan Gresham.
Wow.
For the heavyweight title. And then what's really cool is that you have a kind of a fatal 4-way for the women's title. You have Jocelyn Navarro, Tara Zeep, Selena Sparks, and the mother of House of Gold,
Uh-huh.
the matriarch,
Uh-huh.
right? Going out for the women's title. So it's gonna be fun. There's a ton of a ton of wrestlers that you know about as well. Golden Glovers are going to be there. Benny White, Sammy Chaos, right? And it's going to be a good event. They know how to do it there. We're going to storytell, and I think that me coming in, it's so funny, kind of minority owned and stuff like that. You have the white guy come in, right? It's kind of crazy. But I guess I'm the minority.
You're the minority in that one.
In situation, I'm coming in. We're going to talk. Yeah, we're going to talk about some injustices. I think in July, we're going to talk about how, my House of Gold have been overlooked for far too long. These people have been far too long because they don't have the exact names out there, right? They don't have the pedigree, if you will. But they're going to do some damage, and I'm going to make sure that it happens.
Sweet. All right, let's talk about another event you're going to be at. You're a busy guy, Sean. Very popular too.
Yes, it's going to be interesting.
Gremlin House Wrestling.
That's this Saturday. This Saturday.
Let's go.
So it's interesting. To kind of put a spin on it. So last Gremlin House, we did 2 shows back to back, the January 10th and January 11th. Mm-hmm. I wrestled in the co-main event, 6-man tag hardcore match on January 10th. Right. And as I was laying up at the lights after going through a door, mm-hmm. A couple things went through my mind. One, this is awesome chants, which were great, right? Which I didn't think that that I would ever be in that situation, right? Ever. To have match of the night when Lance Anuahi the main against Matt Tremont is pretty special to me. But I also learned a lot. One of the things I learned there was that I can get so much heat that a fan can punch me in the face. Which happened about 30 seconds into the match. Punch me right in the eye. Right. I kept my cool, obviously, but I learned that I can generate that much heat. But I also learned that I'm 42 years old, and Godzilla is a time that I have. People want to know if Sean Gold has a plan that night. I have a plan, and my plan is to speak to the audience, to shed some truths that need to happen. I think at this point. And I'm really excited about it. Really excited about speaking to the audience, laying it all out there. Maybe I won't be hated as much, right? Afterwards, maybe I'll be hated just the same. But I'm excited about it. I think that some people are coming to see it, which is, again, it's a crazy situation to me to even think about. But it's a good card. Hoka. The Hoka Gremlin House's heavyweight champion versus Mance Warner, is the kind of lead. Their inaugural women's champion called the Greta Championship. It's going to be Shotzi Black. What's up? It's going to be Shotzi Blackheart, or Shotzi in general, right, versus Hollywood Haley J.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's huge. It's going to lead off the show, I think, probably. Obviously, Tommy Invincible's on the show. We have Cappuccino Jones, the WWE to ID champion, as well. Huh. It's a good card. It's a Marcus Mathers. Right? It's a good card. I don't think Matt Tremont was supposed to be on the show. I don't know if he's going to be on the show anymore based on injury. Right. But it'll be good. A couple of Bloodline guys. We have Yoko's son. Yoko's son, yeah. Yeah. He'll be on the show. It'll be good. It'll be a good show. And again, I'm looking towards my particular time on the show to really bring people. I like to say I want to bring people on a roller coaster ride of emotion. And I feel like it's time to do it. I've been doing this for only a year.
Wow.
Only been doing this for a year, but the amount of shows I've done, what I've done in these shows, the me cutting the line, if you will, it's all true. But look what I've been able to do. July 17th, I'm in Canada. It's
crazy. It's a lot.
It's not.
It's good.
It's not. It's not. And then I have Titan, right? I have Titan.
Well, we'll go into that in a moment because at Gremlin, I recognize a certain fellow all the way in the top left corner, Mr. Marlon Dinkins.
Yes, Marlon, that's my boy, right? That's my
brother.
boy. He's the voice of Gremlin when I'm not the voice. I did do some commentary on January 11th.
Okay.
I do have a background in communications, but I pretty much did that on January 11th because I wasn't trying to get only physical when I did January 10th. Like it was, it took its toll.
Okay. Now let's get into Titan. We got Wrestlers to the Rescue 3 coming up on March 21st.
Yeah, the same Saturday. I won't be there. Obviously, because I'm at Gremlin.
Right.
But we did have a show in February. Something that I kind of wanted to address.
Okay.
Because I did see some people out there, Michael Fain, to be specific, saying certain things. So what he said was, just to recap everybody who wasn't kind of paying attention to it.
Right.
My goal has always been at Titan to remove all belts from the Devout. I almost had that happen. Billy Fetsky turned on me, joined the Devout, aligned himself to Devout, and basically it's now Devout Championship Wrestling.
Right.
And banned me from the show in January. And so I was in there, and when I wasn't there, Joey Comic got his titles back. Amity your best friend got her title back.
Oh, look who's in the chat. The Devout's own
What's up, baby?
Ray Sanchez.
Ray, we'll talk soon. And so the idea was, like couldn't come up on January at all. And decided that because my contract says I'm a matchmaker when Billy's not around, I would show up at Worship the Devout. Not my choice of title, by the way. So, kind of got a little bit involved in the Tony Cini situation with him being injured and kind of making a match on the spot. But mainly my goal was essentially to watch around ringside during the heavyweight title match between Michael and Anthony Gangone. And basically what happened was I just didn't like the way it was going. I'm going to call it straight. I just didn't like the way it was going. So I decided to remove the referee, not under his own free will. And call it a power trip, whatever the case would be. Ray probably will call it a power trip, but I'm sure he's used to power trips because he's obviously the announcer of the Devout.
Right.
And basically what happened was I inserted myself as the referee. And I did everything in my power to make sure Anthony did not walk away as champion. The problem was I probably should have paid a little bit more attention to the other person that was in the ring too, right? And I mean that literally. So what happened was a chair happened to meet Michael Fain's head that was meant for Anthony Gangone's head, but he decided to duck out of the way, and thus my swing happened to hit him in the head. I happened to get clotheslined, and Michael happened to lose. Now he's come. He's come. Listen, listen. Here's the deal, right? Stone Cold is fair.
Wait a minute. What's Ray saying? Again, how are we the bad guys?
Well, Ray, let me tell you how you're the bad guys. Okay.
Thanks.
It's okay. I understand that. Here's the deal. Two things here. Number one, how are we the bad guys? Number one, anytime you take a show name and make it your own show, that makes you number one, the bad guy. Right? So number one, numero uno, egotistical, bar none. Now, number two, on that night, I would say judging by the crowd reaction, and I'm sure Ray could attest to this, there was a turn a little bit that night. I don't know if it always happened, but that night, if you will, that night in Chicago, if you will, Danhausen was booed, right? That night, Anthony Gangone was a face, Michael Fane was a heel, and I leaned a little bit more towards the bad guy side. And Michael Fane coming out and saying that it was my fault. I will say this. The chair shot was my fault. The 3 count was not. There are plenty of times Michael Fane could have put Anthony Gangone away. He did not. That is not my fault.
Is that how Michael sees it?
No, I think Michael's problem with Michael, and I think again Ray's going to attest to this. The problem with Michael is everything is Michael's. It's all because of somebody else. Everything is because of somebody else. Everything that Michael says, this other person did him wrong. And then he gets rectified and he doesn't do what it takes to win the title. He asserts himself when we know he's next. But he throws Evander James in November, against the ring and knocks him out of the Rumble, comes in the Rumble and still loses. So he comes in the Rumble, he still loses. He loses to Jack Martins. So that didn't work. He turns on his brother at TTA in January when I wasn't there, costing Jack the title, the potential title, while beating Anthony Gangone. Trying to understand. Right, Ray, I've never not got it. I don't like Anthony with the title. That's just a fact of life, right? That was my job. The lesser of two evils. I wanted Jack, right? Jack is a company man. Michael, not a company man. Lesser of two evils in this scenario. There's a complaint every time. Look, I do not get along with Anthony Gangone. I do not like the Devout. I will say it to their faces. You've seen it. But every single time, he steps up to the plate and somehow figures out a way. I don't know how, but I'm not going to stop trying. I'm just not going to stop trying. My goal is to remove that title from Anthony Gangone's waist or shoulder, depending on how he wants to wear it that day, and to put it on somebody not wearing a turtleneck.
They always seem to have a way to get out of things, don't they? I know I haven't been there in a while, but
right, Papa, it's a mark of a good heel, right? Marks of a good heels are people that know how to get out of trouble. Marks of a basic face is everything that I'm dealing with right now, right? It's putting Jack there. Jack did his job, and then Michael decided to take it upon himself. I don't know why he did that. It might have been because he knew he couldn't beat Jack. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Now, how does Ray fit into all this?
I mean, Ray's probably like, yeah, how do I fit into all this? So Ray, I call Ray two pockets Ray, right? Because he has one envelope from Titan, one envelope from the Devout, just solely by themselves, right? I think that Ray leans into that role, right? That announcing role of sucking up to the boss. Everything is fine. I actually have to watch the stuff, to watch the playback from. I haven't had time because obviously I'm being booked places. I haven't had time to go watch the playback of that Worship the Devout show because I was plenty of times that I looked at Ray and I said, "Everything fine? Everything's fine now," right? So kind of like a thing in his face. I'm telling you, when I remove that title from Anthony Gangone's waist, there will be fireworks in the background, and it'll say everything will be fine.
You knocked over your book, man. You're so excited. Once you said when I take it over.
The gold standard right there, right? I think that like everything will be fine, right? That's the fireworks in the background. So that's where Ray kind of fits into this. Look, I guess in life, kind of like in wrestling, right? Kind of like in wrestling, if you're neutralized, if you're neutral, you're not having a reaction on either side, right? So that's probably not a good situation, right? And Ray just leans more towards that heel mentality, and it is what it is.
Interesting. All right. So where do you see yourself going with your quest for the Devout this year? Like, is it going to happen this year? Is Anthony going to?
I needed to, right? I needed to we have a bunch of events coming up this year, tons of events, right? Tons of opportunities for me to handle that situation. I got to make sure Billy's not at those events. Bad things tend to happen when Billy shows up to places. Mm-hmm. Ray might think differently. But I tend to think bad things happen when Billy comes to things. And look, man, here's the crazy thing. Going back into November really quickly, like my job was to get all these titles off. And Billy comes on and he talks all this nonsense about goes on Ray's podcast and he talks all this nonsense about I wasn't doing my job. When in reality, I was doing my job because I started Amity, Joey, Justin, Anthony, titles. By November, Justin, no title. Amity, no title. Joey, no title. One's left, Anthony. Technically, I did my job. I don't know. Maybe he thought that putting me in that position, I would have never gotten to where I got at that point. And at that point, there was only one left.
They kept you out of the building on purpose.
They kept me out of the building on January 24th. And it's okay because I spent a little bit of time down in Orlando, honing the craft a little bit more, learning a little bit about, just a little bit about the industry, a little bit more about the industry. Because again, my history is not vast in the background of the wrestling industry, right? Like I've been watching wrestling for 39 years. Right. I'm 42, right? So I've been watching it for 39 years. But the backside of it's only a year.
Wow. You've done a lot in that year.
I've been fortunate, right?
Yeah.
What started as I wanted to bring a wrestling event to Hamilton, New Jersey, has transformed into over 20 shows.
Wow.
Shows in Jersey, Philly, and now Canada. It's not lost on me, right? None of this is lost on me. None of this is lost on anything that I do. Every show that I go to, I'm appreciative of the opportunity to be there.
Right.
But I think also I'm appreciative of the opportunity to make a difference. Right. When I started this journey, whatever this journey is, and by the way, there is no like end goal to it. Right. It's just a journey. Right. I always said to everybody I've talked to, I want to make sure everybody eats. Whereas if independent wrestling is successful, everybody eats, right? I look at the talent, which I'm now a part of, which is, again, an insane thing to think about. I want to make sure that everybody, everybody's happy, right? Everybody eats, right? Regardless of what I'm doing on screen, I still want to make sure that because if you're successful, if a Titan show, I say Titan, I'm not saying Devout. I don't care what anybody says. If a Titan show is successful, everybody's happy. The crowd's happy. The people come back. If a Gremlin House show is successful, great. If I had something to do with it, awesome.
Sure.
Going into UWA in Canada now, we're going to make it successful, right? We're going to do that. If when Ray comes back with Respect Wrestling, even though Ray and I don't get along, he knows I'm good for business, right? He already knows I'm good for business, whether it be whatever I decide to do. I'll potentially help out there, right? Like, and so it's if all these independent promotions are successful, then there's some place for people to go, right? I mean, think about it, right? Like if we go back 12 years ago, 13, 14 years ago, I would say there was only that one place at that point, right? It was WWE, and the independents be damned. Sure, there's independent shows, but independent wrestling has never been hotter, right? You don't have to, if you get let go from AEW or from WWE, you don't have to sit back and go, oh my God, my life's over. You can go make tons of money on the independent scene, touring around, selling merch, doing all this stuff. And again, that's where I speak from. I speak from the area by which Jonathan Gresham can come to a UWA and compete for the heavyweight title. Or for what?
Emily Saxton. Oh, it's Sean Gold. I've been trying to find him and to have a conversation for making me debut in the corrosive city of Hoboken. Yikes.
First off, let's be crystal clear here for Emily. And hi, Emily. First off, let's really. I want you to really, Papa. I want you to think about this for a second. She just wrote a situation where she said, "I had to make my debut in Hoboken, New Jersey." Right? Frank Sinatra. Right? Frank Sinatra, born and raised in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Frankie baby.
Some people would consider Hoboken the sixth borough of New York City, right? Because it's right there. And Emily is talking about debuting in Hoboken, New Jersey, when the other people, anybody else who wasn't on the card, should be wishing.
Hoboken is awful and disgusting.
Why does she have to talk in all caps? Like, I don't understand. Like, even Ray didn't even talk in all caps. Like, I don't understand. No. Emily, Hoboken, New Jersey.
Ray's counting his money.
Two envelopes.
Two envelopes.
And like, she's talking in all caps. Like, Emily is a throwback to if there was no other independent wrestling around, like we just talked about, she'd be really happy. Right? Because she's not grateful to debut. Because let me tell you something. I am the manager.
He is the manager.
Stop speaking in caps. It deflects the fact that you're putting exclamation points. They're meaningless if you're talking to caps at that point. Okay? She should be happy that she debuted in Hoboken, New Jersey, because people don't get the ability to debut at all. And she should be right.
True.
Like, let's be clear. Stop pressing, at least at that point there's no caps. She's using the exclamation point.
Yikes.
I didn't know this was an English lesson on here. I guess there is. I don't know.
Everybody's coming at you from Titan, man.
That's okay. They can. Listen. Anybody.
Oh, it is Billy now.
Oh my Lord. Is it Billy?
No. I said that's all we need is Billy.
Oh yeah. No, he's busy. Look, Billy and I do not get along, but Billy's also very busy. And look, and here's the deal, right? Again, none of this is lost on me. That these are conversations that Sean Gold is having now, right? And some of that's going to be brought up this Saturday in Gremlin House for Godzilla, right? I have made close friends in the industry now. Right. People that are not on the show, but people are on other shows, even Titan shows that crossed over, right? Your Lance Aniwahis, right? Lance and I are very close friends now. Right. And like, it's crazy to me to even think about that stuff. But I realized when I spent the time with all the wrestlers, spent the past year with everybody. And this is just me also like having friends in the industry from the big names, right? The big companies, right? And spending time there and in production and different things like that. Everybody's super, for the most part, everybody's super nice for the most part, right? Minus Ray. Everybody's super nice.
You got a comment.
I'm sure he does. That's why I said what I said.
Robert says she wants to make sure you understand.
Stop with all, Robert.
It's possible.
Why are you using caps too? It defeats. At least you didn't put an exclamation point.
True.
You're right. Let's be clear. Everybody, I don't, because you have to, Bobby. You got to put a caps lock on, right? Like active. Right? Like I've built these relationships up And I realized that these people, everybody, all of us, we're just regular people, right? I think a lot of times in just my personal life, not just the professional thing, but the personal life, I've been very fortunate to meet a bunch of people, right, and a bunch of celebrities, people that you see kind of everywhere, and I treat everybody the same, right? Everybody, I feel like we all take our garbage out at the same time at night.
Right.
You know, we all want what's best for us, for our families, whatever that might be at that moment. And so none of it's lost on me. And this industry at this point for the past 365 days, and it's about 365 days, actually right now, I think summer. Yeah, I think it might have been a year ago today. Thank you. Appreciate that. I try to not, you see it right there, right? I try to not be as mean as I can be in Gremlin, and then also as gray area, if I will, right? To be sometimes in Titan. I think that I try to do my best to be backstage and to not be a hindrance, to be a help with whatever I do. I think it's important.
I think so too, man.
I think so.
You're doing great, man. Any last words before we head out?
Yeah. Listen, when I post it, guys, you're gonna have to see what I do on March 21st on this Saturday. Okay. I'm gonna give you a little teaser. All right. Just a little teaser.
Right.
Here it is.
We're listening.
In my 39 years of watching wrestling, in my, let's say, 15 years of really dissecting promos and watching, I have never seen someone do what I'm about to do on Saturday. It is a full. So Vince McMahon used to say, WrestleMania is about a roller coaster ride. Take you up, take you down, move you around.
Right.
I'm going to do that in one segment.
Wow. Make sure everybody gets their tickets. Gremlin House Wrestling this Saturday. A lot of stuff happening Saturday. We got that.
Oh, crazy stuff. We got that. Fourth Rope is doing their thing on Saturday. The big event. The big event. Hogs doing a show.
Right.
Yeah. Hogs doing a crazy show. Like,
I know. I'll be at Hog.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're going to see Shotzi fly in there.
Right.
From us.
Right. I'm sure, man. Make sure everybody checks out Sean. Sean, let everybody know where they can follow you before we get it.
You can follow me on Instagram at Mr. MR Sean SEANG18 and that's an Instagram.
All right. We also have Sean going to Canada.
Yep, in July.
Canada.
Yep, Sean Gold's House of Gold. The First Nation is part of the House of Gold. We did just pick up someone else that's going to be released soon. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Again, Indigenous people, right? All Indigenous promotion. And the white guy Sean's going to go up there and go mess some shit up.
You're the minority there.
I am the minority there. It's okay. It happens.
It happens. All right. As for me, I will be hanging out at a big event, but I'll be hanging out with DNS Wrestling Collectibles, and I'll be hanging out with my good pals at Salvatore Wrestling Promotions. As you see the lineup they have for big event for themselves. Don't want to miss that. I have another podcast on Thursday at 7 p.m. Miss Madison Payne making her debut on Beyond the Barricade. On the 28th, I'll be at NYWC Presents Aftermath as Tommy Rant takes on Cade Lothbrock for the NYWC Championship. A lot going on. I'll be in Vegas for WrestleCon. I'm going to be hanging out at DNS Wrestling Collectibles. Serena Deeb will be with us that week. Man, so many talent. Hollywood Haley J, Mercedes Martinez, Izzy Moreno. Man, Big Al from JCW. A lot of stuff going on. You got your BFF bracelet?
That's my BFF bracelet. She gave it to me at PWJ.
Did she?
Yeah, such a nice girl. By the way, Cade,
I have it somewhere here.
Cade,
I have mine too.
Cade, if you're watching this, I'll gladly do it for free too. So Cade said that Cade's a hired gun from Billy.
I know.
Yeah, and Titan, and he took out Cheney for money, but he said he'd gladly do it for against me for free. So
Really? Okay.
mhm.
All right.
Keep in mind.
Other stuff I got going on. SICW Fan Fest 4 coming up in St. Louis, Missouri. Look at that great lineup. Get your tickets at SICW.org. And CEP is back in May for Lucha Rumble, where the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Miss Mason will be back in Long Island, New York. And the ECW King right there. Look at him. Newly crowned VPW champion Alvin Alvarez will be there, as well as Kylie Alexa and Natalie Markova. Get your tickets, CEP, use that QR code. You don't want to miss that show. I'll be there filming my vlog as well.
Another bullcrap devout member, Alvin Alvarez. Alvin was nice.
He was nice.
Seems like this devout group is.
Also, Indy Hartwell just lost her women's championship at ACW last night, right?
Yep. Yes, she did.
She's not having a good month because she lost. She gained
Did
and
you
lost the Rising Star women's title in like 5 minutes. So.
Did you happen to see the visual? Did you happen to see the visual of ACW last night? I saw the visual of because Chad posted it, and I happened to see the visual of just how like sold out that place.
Packed, 2,000 people.
Packed.
2,000.
Like, give them all the
props. I agree.
They're whatever they're doing, it's working.
It's working, man.
Yeah.
Good for them. All right. I will be heading out now. Sean, hold on for a minute. Everybody else, I'll see you all next week. Other podcasts will be announced soon.